Hello, and welcome along to the stream tonight. Um, if anybody's already watching, if you could give me, I see Maurice, thank you very much. So things are going to be a little bit different tonight for anyone who has tuned into the stream before. So bottom line is, last 2 weeks I haven't done a stream. And that was for good reason. I was infected with the COVIDs, so I took a couple of weeks off. And in that couple of weeks, I've had some time to reflect on a couple of things. And one of those was something that we discussed 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago. And that was regard to whether I use StreamLabs desktop, formerly known as StreamLabs OBS, or whether, sorry about that, not sure why Alexa decided to tune in at that point. So we were discussing whether or not, or the fact that I was using StreamLabs OBS, or StreamLabs Desktop as it's now called. So what I've decided is I want to go back to StreamLabs, or rather, no, that's a lie. What I've decided is I want to go back to using OBS, the OBS application, rather than StreamLabs OBS or StreamLabs Desktop. A couple of reasons for that. One was that on the stream that we did last time, the chat wasn't working. The chat on the right-hand side wasn't working, and it wasn't exactly immediately clear why that wasn't happening. So there's a little bit of magic happening with the StreamLabs integration. So when it wasn't working, there's no obvious way to fix that. So I want to be able to be in a position where I can be in more control of what's going on in the stream. The second part of it is I am looking to do a little bit more integrations with, so for instance, Discord. What I would like to be able to do at some point is I would like to be able to take some folks from like an audio channel in Discord and bring them into the stream. And I think that will just be easier with using OBS directly. So with all of that being said, I'm here in a big version, which I'm normally a tiny little person at the bottom of the screen, mainly because this evening, just before coming on, I've literally opened OBS, I've added the source that is my camera, and that's it. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time setting it up. So for instance, if I do this, you should still be able to hear me. But in OBS, what I've done is I've just clicked onto a different scene. So at the minute, I can navigate between a few scenes that I want to get set up. You should still be able to hear me in each of those. But the only one I've got the video capture source on is this one. Now, I would show you what's going on, but when you do that, when you show the desktop for OBS, basically if you put OBS in what you're trying to show, you get this inception thing happening, and you get this staggered OBS within OBS within OBS, and it's not particularly easy to look at. It's not particularly easy to maintain, or to for me as the person who's trying to edit stuff and change stuff. It's not particularly easy to do. So instead of that, I'm basically going to sit here and talk through it, what I'm doing, and I'm going to hopefully try to get to a point where I've got side by side what I had before. So I'm not looking to change the theme that I had on the go. I was quite happy with it, so I'm going to go back to the scene, kind of the look and feel that I had before. I'm going to go back to that, but the end of the result tonight is what I'm hoping to be able to get to a point where I have all my scenes set up. I'll be looking to set up my Stream Deck to navigate between scenes and have it all working. So previously that Stream Deck would have been configured to use StreamLabs Desktop, and I need to switch that over to use OBS. And then what I would like to get to is I want to see how I can bring the audio from Discord into the stream. Now, I've read a couple of tutorials and it says it's really simple. But for the life of me, I can't figure it out. Or more specifically, I don't understand what they're trying to tell me in these tutorials. So we're going to try that at the end. And I'm, like I say, I've got at least one person in my Discord server. So Maurice has kindly accepted the role of guinea pig within that Discord server. And the idea is that if it works, by the end of tonight, we should have Maurice talking in Discord, and anyone else on the stream will be able to hear him. I'm assuming he's going to want to talk. I didn't tell him that part, but I hope he will. So anyway, so without anything else, where I'm going to start is I'm going to start by adding what's known as a stinger, and that is for. So he's saying. So that's the other thing. I need to get my chat back into the stream so that folks can see what's being said in the chat. But Maurice has said, "You never told me I would be the guinea pig." No, I never. I'm asking for forgiveness now, though, so it's all good. So the first thing I'm going to put up is a stinger. So the stinger is when I change between a scene. So that's me just gone from one scene to another. The stinger is this thing that appears, makes a funny noise, and you transition into the next scene. So I want to get that hooked up. So there is, if I recall correctly, there is a folder. So I have a folder of things for my stream setup, and I have that synced to a GitHub repository. So it's basically just a folder of all the things that I use on the stream. So I'm going to go and find that in my folder, and I'm going to start putting things together. So if I go to this GitHub repository and then this one, and then in here there is streaming, and then there is a folder in here that is that one, nerderdroid.com, and then screens. Okay, and then there's a thing in there called Stinger Web M. Okay, so if I do, and this is the part that's going to be difficult because I'm going to try and explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it, and then I'll try and hopefully show you the result. So if I go into OBS and I say add stinger, and I'm just going to call it stinger because I've not got any better name than that. And then in there I can browse to a video file, which is that WebM file that I mentioned before. So if I navigate into there and then into here and in here and into my streaming folder where I've got all of my assets, and then in here and then this one, and I say open and then say go. So now if I navigate between a scene, it should do the stinger. Now the question is, did you hear anything? Because there should have been audio that went with that, like it's a pinging. Now I didn't hear anything in my ear. Did you hear anything in on your side, Maurice? I'll wait for a response on that. The stinger itself worked. Oh, you did. So why did I not hear anything? Okay, but that's fine. So if Maurice heard it, that's fine. So what that means is that when I navigate between a scene, you'll get the closing curtains, and then you'll get the sound saying that it was doing something. So I'm happy with that. So the next one that we'll do is the be right back scene. So there's a scene that I have which is basically what I would put up. So if I'm doing something on a stream where I need to not show my desktop. So I want to hide what I'm doing, so I'm maybe putting in a password or I'm doing some configuration that I don't want folks to see. What I can do is I can actually, before we do that, let's try and get to a point where I can show you what's going on. Let's do that part. So let's switch to this scene. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this part. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me. So let's do this. And let's add a video capture device. Use existing, which is this one. Okay, so I've just added myself to another scene, and I'm going to start kind of roughly putting it together. So that's me down in the bottom there, and then what I'm going to put in the background is my desktop. So if I do this and say window capture, and I'm going to call it something like cropped main screen is what I've called it before. So I'm going to say cropped main screen. I'll say OK there, and then we will say we want a section of the screen. We don't want to show everything. Well, actually, it's not a window capture; it's a desktop capture. So let's remove that one. Yes, and we'll say this one, and we will say. Is it? Maybe it is. Properties. Display capture is what I'm after. There it is. Display capture. Okay. So if I do this one, cropped main screen. Okay. And I do that, and I'm going to say, ooh, OBS wants to record your screen. I need to add an exemption for that then, obviously. So let's go in here. Let's do that. And we want to do OBS. We want to give that, OBS will be able to record the content of your screen until it is quit. You can choose to quit OBS now or do it on your own later. Well, let's do it later. Will that do that? I don't really want to quit. Okay, I'm not sure if that's going to be able to do it, but let's give it a try. We see that's not going to work. I need to close OBS in order to get the capture of the display up and running. That's unfortunate. Okay, we'll come back to that one then. We'll get the rest of the things working. So again, you can't see everything that I'm doing, which is a little bit unfortunate, but let's get to a point where some of the other things are up and running. Insert be right back scene here, indeed. So let's do that part then. So we want to have a picture. So we're going to have a picture in here. It's a media source. So I'm going to go back to my be right back. So you can still hear me, hopefully. So in here, I'm going to do a media source, which is this one. And then this one's going to be called stream be right back. So in here, we're going to browse to a file, and that file is going to be called back into screen. So that's the stream be right back. So that's this one. And then we open that. And then I'm assuming we're going to say that we're going to loop that. And we're going to go, okay. Look at that. So we've got part of the be right back. So all I've done there is I've added a video file. And all it's doing is basically repeating that in a loop, that underscoring of the B, which is what I've had before. And the other thing I need to insert is the background picture that goes with that. So that is, again, a media source. So if I insert another media source here, and we'll call this the stream background. and then we'll say OK. And in there, we're going to have another file, and then it's going to be called that one. Okay, and then that's going to be a loop as well. Okay, so we're getting close. The problem here now is that the order of so one has overridden the other one, so I need to change the order. So if I do that, I then get getting very close now to what we had before. So there are a couple of extra things that we need to add in here, because what I had was previously I had a come back. Hi, still here. I had a Twitter icon with my handle, and I had a YouTube icon with the link to my YouTube channel. So I need to put that kind of things back together as well. So back into this one here. So I'm gonna add in a text. So I'm gonna add a text. Yep. And in there, we're going to call this my Twitter handle. Because the thing with sources, once you've configured it, you can actually use it in multiple places. So for this one, I'm just going to say @gep13. That probably needs to come down a little bit in size. So let's change the size. How does one do that? There must be a way to, let's see if that's far too small. Let's make that a bit bigger. No, getting close. So we want that to be in there. I'm trying to keep the chat window open as well on my other screen. Let's try that. Ooh, no, about half of that. So let's do 64. Better. No, let's do it just a little bit smaller again. Let's go there. So 48. Okay, so that gives me my Twitter handle. That can go into or around there. And then what we need is the Twitter icon. So the Twitter icon is an image. So let's get my image in here. And then this is going to be Twitter icon. And then I'm going to browse to a folder, which is the icon. So if I come up to here and go into icons, and then I should have a Twitter one, which is this guy. Okay, so this gets brought down to around here, and then I can put @get13 beside it. I'm not going to worry about making these pixel alignments at the minute. I just want to get the rough setup. So then another image would be the YouTube icon. And let's browse to where that is, which is here. But you get the idea. It's just a kind of iterative process, adding in what we want to be displayed. And then I can also, most likely I'll be able to copy this one. I'm going to copy the Twitter handle, and I'm going to add it in as https www youtube.com/Gary Ewan Park. There we go. Let's put that in there, and then that can go down in there. Beautiful. Okay. And Maurice is saying, for your information, I have a lot more buffering today. I don't know if that's part of OBS or because of something else. I don't know, Maurice. We might have to look into that. Short answer is I don't know. let's get another text in here, which is get 13. I'm going to add another text section in here. Might change the font on this at some point. And let's make this, last one was 48, so let's make this 56. And then that was in and around here. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the basic setup of my Be Right Back page. So the idea being that when I'm wanting to do something that I want to hide from the eyes of anyone else on the stream, then I would click on that and then it would come up. That's what you see. Everybody's happy. Okay. So with that done, now I know we can't get my desktop to display, which is a little bit annoying, but what we should be able to bring in is the Twitch chat, hopefully. Now I'm going to need to Google this because I know how I would do it before, but I don't know how to do it without using Streamlabs. So let's have a quick Google for Twitch chat in OBS. Let's see what it says we can do. How to add stream chat to OBS Studio. Okay, so we can agree to that. Blah blah blah. How to add Twitch chat the easy way. If you're doing streaming in Twitch, really simple to pull in your chat when all you need is set up stream chat. Okay. This method works for any streaming service with a pop-out window. Twitch and YouTube both have this. Go to your channel of your streaming platform of choice. In the chat window on your channel, select pop-out. This may also be called pop-up chat or platforms. From the chat window pops up the URL of the address bar. Open OBS, select docs, select custom browser docs. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, that's the, okay, that's for the, oh no, that's not what I want. What this is talking about is this is about adding a doc into, well, I kind of do want that. That's for adding the doc into OBS Studio itself so that I can reply. That's actually, I actually do want that. But also, what I want to do is bring the chat into the stream itself. So I'm going to keep that one for later. How to get chat on screen in OBS. That's the thing that I want. So let's try that again. I'm opening up another website now. It's taking time to open. So how to add a stream chat, channel, pop out chat, copy, and then, no, that's doing the same thing. I think that's doing the same thing. Because what I did before in StreamLabs OBS, it was a internet source, and I just gave it a URL that Streamlabs gave me. But I don't necessarily want to, although that one's talking about a, how can I add a Twitch chat box to my OBS stream? And then this one is then taking me directly into Streamlabs, which is not necessarily what I want to use. Let's have a look at another one. Pick a chat widget. The first step in adding chat to your overlay is to pick a chat widget. Now, okay, Maurice, while you're on, there's nothing in featured chat that would give me just the chat, would it? because this one's talking about using CapChat. How to pop out Twitch chat. No, that's talking about something else. Okay. So I thought this was going to be simple. I use CapChat as I like the ability to change the chat window size in OBS without having to return to the website. I would have thought that this was a given. How to add chat overlay. Okay, let's try this one. Accept all. You need version 23 of OBS Studio or higher. If you're, yeah, I think I've got that. Launch OBS and open your channel through the browser. Okay, let's assume that we've done that. Navigate to your chat and click the cog icon, pop out chat. No. StreamLabs OBS. Well, let's just start with this one, shall we? So I'm in my here, click on this, and then I'd say pop out chat. Okay. I'm kind of listening to myself as well, which is a little bit disconcerting. So let's turn myself off. So now I choose pop out chat. It'll appear in a separate window. You need to copy its link. Okay, copy. And then if I go into here and I say browser and I say Twitch chat, click OK, and then I can put this in. He says, accept cookies. How do I accept cookies on a browser chat? New page where you can enter a URL. Click OK. No, that can't be right. Surely not, because I can't click buttons in there. That can't be right. No. How would one accept the... How would I click the button on the browser? That can't be. Go and send me a message, Maurice. I just want to see if it appears at all in this window that's on here. Sure. So it is there. See, that's not what I want. I just want the text. No, there must be something else to it. Might have to abandon this part and go to Discord. Yeah, I might abandon this part as well. It's not going very well so far. Okay, so so far tonight, I haven't been able to add my showing of the desktop on this setup because I forgot that in order to do that, OBS would need to have permissions to record my screen. And because I'm now in OBS, I don't want to necessarily stop and start it again. So we gave up on that. We have got the Be Right Back scene working, but we haven't been very successful in doing anything else. So let's see if we can... I'm going to do a bit of Googling, and I'm going to figure out how we can bring the audio from... Oh, what does that say? Hold on. What's Maurice saying there? Maurice is saying right click on the source and then right click on the source list and click interact. Oh, hold on. Ooh, look at that, interact. Oh, look at that, okay. So accept cookies. Ooh, look at that, okay. So hide that. Ooh, progress. Okay. That's pretty clever, Maurice. Well done. So then I need to look at closing. So the width, once that's getting closer. What was the width and height of the setup? What was the width and height of this thing? The chat box was width 450, it says. So 450, and the height was 1015. No, that's far too big. So let's make that a little bit. Nope, still too big. 100, 700. Oh, okay. So that might be okay by the time, actually no, because we would want to make that a little bit thinner. So let's make that a 350. That's looking, let's make that 300. That's looking a bit better, because ultimately I'm going to try and put it like this. So we need to make it a bit taller again. So I'm basically going to cut out the parts that I don't want. Look at that. Ooh, that's almost like it's going to work. So all I've done there is I've topped and bottomed it. I've taken the I've moved the browser source up a bit so that it goes off the screen, leaving just the first message, which was Maurice's one saying sure. And then I've moved the bottom part of it off the screen so that you can't see it on the bottom half. And then I wonder what other controls we've got. Oh, there is custom CSS that can be applied to it as well, so I might be able to tinker with it. But for now, that looks good, I think. So you can start to imagine how this scene gets put together. I might make it a little bit thinner by the time I bring in my desktop, which would be in and about here. And then the other thing that we set up here is this one. Let's bring this one in. So let's do another source that is a media source, and we'll call this the bottom overlay. And then that is going to be to an overlays section, which is going to be icons, overlays, and it's called overlay to blank. Overlay to blank, which is this one. And then we'll say loop on that too. And then we can bring this down here. And then I can move me up a bit. Look at that. It's already starting to look like it's all coming together. Look at that. Beautiful. Loving it. Okay, so that's the beginnings of all things I'm just seeing some messages from you on Discord as well, Maurice. I will have a look at that later. Thank you for that link about the interacting with the browser component. That is exactly what I needed. So I'm hoping that that won't need to be toyed with once it's up and running, but we can only assume that it won't be. Okay, we're Discord, right? So I'm going to do a bit of googling. Take Discord audio into OBS. Now, everything I've read so far suggests that this is really simple. What have you just sent me on there? What are you sending me? Mary's just sent me something that I've opened up. It's taking a while to open up. I'm not sure what you sent me. It's an empty white screen. Is that what you expected? I'm assuming not. Do I need to log in? I'm going to try logging in. Redirecting. So you've just... I've seen something appear in StreamLabs OBS that I still have open. But no, I'm still seeing a white. So is this the thing that you're wanting me to put into the featured chart on deck? Is that what you're wanting me? Let's give it a try then. So let's do another browser source. So add browser source, and we'll call this featured chat on deck. And then if I take the URL that you gave me to copy, paste, and we'll make this 1920 by 80. Okay. Do the thing with the stuff again, Maurice, and see if that makes it work. Cancel that. Oh, there we go. Oh, see, no, it's not quite there. So what did we do? How did we make that pop up? Is it the custom CSS that it's got on there? Feature chat. Body background margin. No. Yeah, but it's, you would think it's that simple, yes, but no. I saw your message, Maurice. I did. Let's do that then. Right. How does that look? So what Maurice is showing off here is if he, as a moderator, wants to highlight a comment, maybe I've missed something from the chat room, and he wants to highlight it to bring it to my attention. So he or another moderator can add that chat message into a system called Featured Chat, and then it appears as a pop-up that is much more visible on screen for me, so I can see what he was doing or see what he wants to talk about or to bring to my attention, and like ship it, for example. So that looks good. Happy with that. So we've integrated that. There's another one where there's a ticker where you can see a stream of messages that have been coming through. I'm not completely sold on adding that in just yet, but we can discuss that another day. Yeah, so where we're going to go to is, and that's kind of the idea behind something like that. I didn't type that, even though it says my name on there. that is kind of a way of summing up what we're working on stream. So if anyone is interested in knowing what we're working on a stream, then we can show it there. So what I would like to be able to do is I want to be able to bring folks from my Discord server onto the stream so that other folks can hear them. Now I've not seen anyone else in the chat room tonight, but it would be good to get if we get this working, it would be good to have someone else acknowledge that they can hear Maurice on the stream rather than just me. So I'm looking through some web pages just now that is how to connect Discord audio to OBS, and it says it's a quick tutorial, and it says there's another one. That's the other thing I wanted to be able to do, is to bring the Discord chat into OBS. But what I actually want to do is to connect the Twitch chat to a channel in Discord, so that anyone who wanted to type could type into that chat and have it come on the stream. But I'm not sure if that's possible. Let me just have a quick look at this video to see what it says. So apologies, I'm listening to a YouTube video currently on how to do what I want to do. So I'm going to send this into the chat as well, so that anyone who wants to follow along can, because I can't show the video, obviously. That's the video I'm currently listening to, and I'm going to see if it's going to tell me what I want to do. Oh, okay. Okay, so if I've watched this video correctly, or I've understood this video correctly, I think what they're saying is you have the Discord audio go to your desktop, essentially, and you bring that as an audio input into OBS, I think. So I'm going to go into a audio channel. I'm going to go into the general audio channel on Discord. Maurice, did you want to join as well and see if, one, we can talk to each other initially, and then we can go from there. So I've just joined the general chat in Discord. I'm going to wait and see if Maurice... Now, the only potential issue I have with this is if I'm talking into Discord and we bring the audio from Discord into OBS, then does it get confused? Hey, Maurice, how's it going? Can you hear me? So I can hear you. Okay, so me and Maurice are talking. So Maurice is coming into my ears through my AirPods, and I'm assuming that my Rode Podcaster is what I'm talking to Maurice on, right? So we have a 5-second delay on Twitch. Oh, so you're listening to both me on Twitch and me in Discord. So the Discord's ahead of Twitch, correct? You can talk or you can type. Right, okay. No, understood. Right, so if I've understood what the nice lady on that video was saying, is I want to have a audio input capture, and this will be, let's just call it desktop audio, right? And for that one, I want to take the sound from... See, that surely can't work. The button I want to push is the Gary's AirPod Pro, because that's what I'm listening to, and that's what I want to go. Okay, so let's just try that though. Okay, so desktop audio is currently... Go and say something, Maurice. Hey, keep talking a little bit. So the thing that I'm seeing is in OBS, I'm seeing the audio stream fluctuate when you talk. Now that would suggest that audio is coming from you talking. But what I don't know is whether that went out on stream. Because I'm assuming that you didn't hear yourself talking, correct? I agree. Okay, so let me do this then. Let me press play on. Go and say something, Maurice. No, I can still only hear you in my ears. Okay, so that didn't work. Why did that not work then? Because everything would suggest that is coming through. But it also doesn't prove out. Because I wouldn't want to be on the... I think the way that we would want this to work is I wouldn't want to be on the Discord audio channel. So my audio would just go into OBS and directly out to Twitch. But if there was someone on the Discord server that wanted to ask a question or wanted to get involved, then
that's when I want to bring that audio through into OBS so that the stream could hear them, and then I could hear the question as well. But that didn't work, or it didn't
do
do
what I expected it to do.
Not based on the video that I watched anyway. But let's try again. So voice and videos, the output device is to Gary's AirPod Pro. So let's try doing that to
something else. Let's try it to there. Now I
probably can't hear you on
Discord anymore. Yeah, I can't hear you in
Discord, but that's fine. I'm assuming you said something there.
So let's
go over to here and let's change this
to here and say that. Go and say something again, Maurice. No, you see that doesn't seem to be doing anything either. Let me just press play over here again. Go and say something again, Maurice. No, you see that doesn't work. I'm clearly doing something wrong because everything that I'm doing, that nice lady on YouTube said it should work, but it's not. So let me put you back in my ears so I can hear you again, Maurice. I can hear you now, yes. Did you watch that video perchance? Because no. I'm just a question. I'm just curious if you had a chance to watch it, because I've watched 2 or 3 of these videos now, and every one of them is basically, or my understanding of it, what they're attempting to do is to direct the output from Discord and then use that as an input into OBS. So you're basically putting it to the speakers on one and then using the speakers as the input into OBS. And everything suggests it should work, but it doesn't. So I don't know why. Let me think about this a little bit. So if we go into properties here, okay, you watch it and see what you think of it, and I will have a play here. Now I did pick the right one there, didn't I? Let's get rid of that source. How do we get rid of it? We would want to. Where's the delete of that source? There's a hide. Yeah, so currently, my setup at the minute is on Discord. I have the output device to my ears, so that's why I can hear you. And then, based on that video, you take the same device as the input into OBS, correct? And that's what I think I did. But it didn't work, or it doesn't do what I expected it to do. But let me do this. Let me mute myself. How do I mute? Right, I'm going to mute
myself on Discord, and then I'm going to have you talk.
Okay, so I'm going to
click mute, and then you should start saying stuff. So go.
So I can definitely
hear you. Well, I can hear you in my ears, obviously, and I can see. I'm hearing myself again. Sorry. So when you were talking there, I saw small fluctuations in the desktop audio.
input that I have, I saw small
fluctuations, but
it wasn't. It
didn't then come through on OBS because I was then listening to the stream in my ears and I didn't hear you coming through. So there must be something else. I also don't know how to get rid of it now that I've added it. So how does one get rid of?
I have.
Which one did I?
Or did I use the wrong one? I did a. Three minutes 18. Let's go back to here. Yeah. What am I looking for at 3 minutes 18? Okay, hold on. Is that the one that I...
Maybe I did the wrong one. Hold on. Let's do...
Remove. Yeah, so let's add a new one. Audio output capture. Okay, so let's try this. Whoa, what was that? You've gone squeaky. I don't know what you've done, Maurice. Or you've gone squeaky in my ears. Oh, that's very weird. Say something again? Oh no, that I've done something. You're coming through like a squeaky robot or something, and I don't know why. Hold on, what's happened over here on... say something again? Okay, now you're back. I don't know what went on there. Something very weird happened there. Audio output capture. I'm going to try that again. Say something again? Okay, so you're still talking to me there? Yeah, you're still there. Okay, so I don't have... In OBS, there is no option to select an audio output capture. There's nothing. There's nothing in the drop-down list for me to pick. So it is. See, that was my other concern. So let's have a quick Google for take desktop audio into OBS on Mac and see if there's anything specific I have to do in there. Recording Discord audio. Sure. I think that's the one. So I think we're on the same one. So yeah, they've got the in the OBS, click the plus sign located in the sources section, audio output capture, name it called OK, make the source visible, expand the drop down to select device, and then select your audio output device, for instance headphones. But there's nothing there. There's no audio. There's literally, it says device not connected or not available. What does that mean? Let's do something else here. Let's try this. I might lose you on audio, but keep talking to me just now, Maurice. Okay, you're still there. So what has that done? That's now got... So they're now there. So you're still there. I can still hear you, so that's good. So if I go to settings here and I go to here, then my headphones are then there. So what I've done is I've turned on a set of Bluetooth headphones. And what I was hoping to be able to do is to test out whether I could then use them as the audio output capture. So let's do this again. So audio output capture, and then in there, again, it's saying device not connected or not available. Click the start recording buttons located in controls. Blah, blah, blah. Audio mixer. Discord audio output. Okay, let me try one thing. I'm going to change my audio settings in Discord, and I'm going to pump the output. So I'm going to lose you. I'm not going to be able to hear you because I'm going to change that to be you're now coming out these headphones, so I can't hear you because they're not on my ears, right? But with that set up, can I then select that as where I want it to come from? No, I can't. There's still nothing to be able to. I hear you vaguely. Let me change you back because you're saying something. Hold on. Let me put you back to here in my ears. Right, what were you saying, sorry? No. No, I don't. You did, but I can't click on it. Where did it go? Yeah, let's do that. OBS project forum. I show you audio capture. So for most of you, to capture audio from your Mac, you need an extension like Soundflower, sorry. But what most of you don't know is that you can use another extension to capture audio. I present to you that I show you audio capture. I show you audio capture, an extension used by I show you Studio and I show you Instant. It's 101% free, not just 100% free. I do. Install I show you audio capture, link in the checklist, like you installed Soundflower. Optional, uninstall Soundflower. Well, I haven't got Soundflower installed. Open the audio MIDI setup, click the plus button in the bottom, click on the boxes, inputs and outputs. Oh, that was the other thing that it wanted me to do. Hold on. I'm now having a flashback to another tutorial that I watched. So if I go into here and I look at the audio, then that Rode Podcaster is where my mic's auxiliary audio is coming from. But if I do this and do this, what happened there? No, I've still got you in my ears. I haven't lost you there. What I'm trying to see is, oh, where are you getting that from? Okay, so if I mute myself in Discord a second, if I mute me here, will that stop? No, that didn't stop. Mic auxiliary. Oh, that's because that's coming from the headset. Go and say something, Maurice. Oh, can you not? Oh, I'm muted. Can you say something, Maurice? See, that didn't work either. I'm not sure that is anything to do with what we're doing here. We get two. What's Stevie saying in the chat? Why are you saying you've got two guys? Are you hearing me twice, Stevie? Because if you are, that's not intended. That's because I added the second mic in there. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring audio from
Discord into my stream so that I can bring people
into the chat. Now I'm going to have to... I can't see the bottom of that. So you shouldn't be getting me twice anymore, Stevie, is that right? You should only be getting me once now. Okay. Okay. No, so it was one of the things that I added, but this is going to annoy me now because I can't see the bottom of that Twitch chat anymore. So let's make this 750. No, I want to make that 770. There we go. Which one? Yes, sorry. It was better on my side. There was a slight delay. Yeah. So just to give you a heads up on what's happening, Stevie, to talk you through a little bit. So I'm currently talking to Maurice through my microphone and in my headphones through Discord. And what I'm trying to do is I want the audio of Maurice to come from Discord and put it onto the stream. Idea being that I could have multiple folks who wanted to interact on the stream, but be able to chat, voice chat, rather than typing chat. And we're basically going backwards and forwards trying to get different audio set up, and it's not working at the minute. But the question that you asked is, did you get a new camera? No, this is the camera that I've had for a while now. Here, look, this is me, big look. This is the one that I use on Zoom and stuff, on daily stuff. I haven't tinkered with... So, the other thing that's happening is I am trying to... I'm switching away from StreamLabs desktop back to OBS. So I don't have all my scenes configured the way that I want them to. Corey's asking, did you get new glasses? But yes, Corey's a bit of an audiophile. Corey, how do you take audio from Discord and put it into OBS? Because everything on a Mac, yes, specifically, this is bizarre. I've got Maurice in my ears, and he's just reminded me to say that on a Mac specifically. Because what I want to be able to do is to take the audio from Discord so that you folks can hear Maurice, and not just me hear Maurice. On Windows, you'd use voice meter banana. Now you're just making up words, Corey, aren't you? That's just silliness. That is bananas, indeed. Black hole 16 channel mixer is what I use for such shenanigans. Okay, so what is the black hole 16 channel mixer? And Corey's asking, do you normally have audio on stream that's not just you? But I use the 2-channel one. So Maurice found something that spoke about using the I show you audio capture, but you're talking about something else. So, because we're into a whole realm of stuff that I don't fully understand. Okay, but this is... So, Stevie, how about you jump in... let me send you an invite, Stevie, and you can come onto the voice channel that we're currently in, and you can tell me how to do this properly. How do I invite people again? Hold on, let's do invite people. Yeah, I'm working on it. Stevie. Where's Stevie? What's your name on... Oh, we're maybe not friends on Discord yet, are we? Where's Stevie? Stevie is... no. What's your name on... What's your name on Discord, Stevie? Because I want to hear that you're there. No, we are friends. I think we're friends, aren't we? We must be friends. Roll, make things. Hi. Oh, add friend. That's maybe why you're not appearing. I've sent you a friend request. And then from there, I should be able to go to here, and then hopefully I should be able to invite people. And then there's Stevie Coaster. Look, right, so I've added you. So there's an audio channel in there, and while we're there, let's just add Corey in too so that he can talk. Car Bob. Where's... Hey, Stevie. So anyone that's on the stream won't be able to hear any of this, but that's fine. So what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Break it down Barney style. Okay. Okay. So how do I... So that's... Is that a brew install or is that a... Existential audio? Hold on. I'm not seeing that. But what, did you send me a link or did you say you... Oh, you did. Let's make sure we're on this. Yeah. Okay. No, I got it. I got it. So download installer or installation instructions. So do I want the 2 channel or do I want the 16 channel? Let's start there. Okay. Okay. So I'm currently doing a brew install black hole 16 channel. Okay. Oh, let's not even joke about that. Because I've already had to do, or I already haven't been able to do something that I was hoping to do today, which was to bring my desktop onto the stream, because as soon as I said capture the display, it then said, you need to reboot. So I'm like, that's not what I wanted to do. I have invited Corey to this channel as well, but he's not appeared yet. So, I need a password. Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, I've got it installed. Is that is it an app? Okay. Okay. Yep. Audio. So Steve. So in my. So I'm gonna relay some of this to the Twitch chat because. So Stevie's telling me I need to go into the audio MIDI setup, which I've just done. So in that window, I've got all of the different inputs and outputs that I currently have. So I've got my Rode Podcaster, I've got my camera, I've got my Mac, and I've got a new one that is Black Hole 16 channel. So I see that there's a new thing in there. Yes. That's okay. So Corey, you mentioned in the Twitch chat that we should just move to the Choco Discord, but part of what I'm trying to do here is preempting some of the stuff that we want to do in the Choco Discord. So we've spoken about the potential for having community calls, and I want to be able to use some of the functionality within Discord to bring that into a Twitch stream on Chocolatey. So this is me kind of setting things up on my machine to then be able to do stuff. Okay. So for those of you listening at home, I'm currently listening to Stevie in my ears on Discord, who's telling me, or he's a way to tell me how to set up the Black Hole 16 channel now that he's installed it on his own machine. There is a create multi-output device option, yes. Okay. So, yep. So in my outputs, I have the Black Hole 16 channel, I have my Bluetooth headphones, I've got my AirPods, I've got my 2 monitors, I've got a USB audio codec, I've got my Rode Podcaster, and I've got my MacBook Pro speakers. Okay. Yep. Drift correction. Okay, yep. Okay, so I'm going to add my AirPods that are currently in my ears just now. Should I use drift correction on that too? Okay. Okay, fine. So to confirm, I currently got 2 things selected in this multi-channel, multi-output device. I've got the Black Hole 16 channel, and I've got my headphones. Okay, fine. Okay. So in layman's term, what is this done then? So this is then saying this is an output device. So it's going to take an input and it's going to output that incoming signal to 2 places, one being the headphones and one being to the Black Hole 16 channel, correct? Okay, understood so far. Okay, so I'm gonna add drift correction to both the Black Hole 16 channel and the AirPods Pro. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna right click on the multi-output device. Yep. Use this device for sound output. Okay. Yes. I still hear you. Yes. In Discord. Yep. So currently in Discord, I have my Rode Podcaster as my input device, and my output device is my AirPods. So I'm going to put my... Okay, so to say that again, so I'm going to change my input device but then you won't be able to hear me if I change that to be. Say that again. Okay. I have 40 minutes left. Okay, so I'm going to repeat again for the folks that are, if there's anybody actually watching back on the Twitch. So in Discord, I'm going to leave my input device as my Rode Podcaster, which is my microphone here. And I'm changing the output device to be the multi-channel output that we created, or the black hole 16 channel. Okay, so I'm going to click that. And can I still hear you? Go and say something. Yep, so I can still hear you in my ears, but based on what you said, that multi-channel, multi-output device is taking the sound that's coming into my ears, and it's also sticking it out onto that black hole 16 channel. Correct or incorrect? Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Okay, so that's an audio input capture or an audio output capture, Corey? Where's Corey gone? He's still there. Correct. Okay, so audio output capture. I'm just going to leave it as a default name. And you want me, this is going to be the 16 hole,
yes,
black hole 16 channel. Now,
yes.
Before I do this though, I'm currently talking into Discord, so will I come through on that as well?
No.
Shouldn't. No.
Okay, so let's give it a try. So I'm going to click black hole 16 channel. Well, let's try it.
More accurately, can you hear yourself when you're talking into Discord?
No, I can't hear myself when I'm talking to Discord. No.
So then so then it shouldn't come back through to the stream in that case.
Okay, so
like it shouldn't come back from Discord, because once you add this output device, the stream should basically hear whatever you hear in your headphones.
Okay, so I'm in OBS. I've now got the audio output capture, and while you were talking, that was jumping up and down all over the place because you were talking. And that to me means that should be coming through the stream. So Maurice, because you're not talking, can you go to the Twitch stream and see if you can both hear me and one of the other folks that's currently chatting on here?
Maurice actually won't be able to hear us through Discord right now because he's deafened.
Well,
and just left the channel.
He's just left the chat, but is that because
he disappeared?
He's going to do what I asked him to do, or because
it might be, hopefully.
But I can hear you. What does that mean, Maurice? So you can hear me. Can you hear Stevie if he talks?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear Stevie and Corbob in Twitch.
Okay, cool.
Wow. Okay. So this is pretty cool then. So my concern was that if I was talking into my Rode Podcaster and that was going into Discord, that I would hear myself coming back out of Discord on the output device. But that's clearly not happening, which is good. So with this setup, we would be able to then have folks come on to the general voice channel in Discord, and they could be on my stream by just being in Discord, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Awesome. So to reiterate what we've done, I've installed some mythical piece of software called Black Hole 16 Channel. On my Mac, I've then configured a multi-output device that has both the Black Hole 16 channel and my AirPods that are currently in my ear. And then what I did was I went into Discord and set my output device in Discord to be that multi-output device that I configured, which means the sound coming out of Discord into my ears is also going into that Black Hole 16 channel. And I've then added an additional source, audio output capture source in OBS, and that's why you can hear Stevie, Corey, and Maurice on my Twitch channel now. Someone say something. That's amazing. I'm blown away by that. So the reason this came up, is because me and Paul were talking, and what we want to do is have a community call for Chocolatey, right? But effectively, what we didn't want to do is people just randomly dropping into a voice channel in Discord and just saying whatever they wanted, because that's obviously bad, right? Because they could say anything they wanted. But there's a mechanism within Discord to have an event, and within a moderated event, people have to put their hands up to say that they want to say something. And then a moderator can then say, well, okay, that person is allowed to come on and say something. And then if they're saying something inappropriate or not right, we can kick ban them pretty much straight away. So that's the idea by having a community call, but also feeding that through to Twitch so that other folks can see it as well, is the idea. And this was the tester for that to make sure that that all works. And it looks like it does. And now you're all quiet, so I don't know whether
it's pretty cool.
we are just flabbergasted by what you're saying.
It's a good idea, though, right? Or do you think it's a terrible idea?
Yeah,
I think it's good.
it could work. It could.
Don't all
as long as
over enthusiastic.
No, as long as all we care about is audio, this is fine. So and we have controls in Discord to kick people out like instantaneously if they're getting out of hand.
Yeah, the event system in Discord does look like it's quite full featured in the sense that people have to raise their hands, they have to be brought into a channel, and then they could obviously in chat say, "Oh, I've got something to say," and then they have to raise a hand, and then we can add them in, and then like say if they start off saying something that's not one, then we can drop that audio straight away.
I think I can disconnect Corbob. Sorry, Corbob. This is just a test. See if it works.
Well, you see,
I kicked him out of the voice chat.
But it's not. So if I were to go here though and go to start a stage, no, not that one. Create an event as a stage channel, and then say events. This is a test. Starting now, basically. So I've just created an event, which you should see in the event section at the top of Discord. So if you jumped in there, if you're all still there. Oh, I've come out. So you can't hear me anymore. Hold on. I came out.
And he's back.
No, he's back.
Sorry, I came out because I realized what I'd done. I came out with the voice channel because I created an event, and that event is another voice channel. So if you all wanted to jump into the events audio channel rather than the general channel, then I can show you what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
So there we go. So who have I got in here so far? Can I hear you? Oh, I'm muted. Oh, what's going on?
Can I talk now, or?
I can hear you, Maurice.
Because I started as a speaker. Can you hear me now, Gary?
Hold on. I can hear you, yes. Right, there we go. I can hear you now, Maurice. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm hearing you through the stream, but I'm not hearing you through... On.
Become a speaker. There we go. So you can hear me now. You hear me now, Maurice?
Yeah, I can hear you now in the event.
In the event, you hear me now. So currently, we are two moderators of this stage, and Stevie and Corey should be able to hear us. But if they wanted to speak, they would need to click the raise hand button in Discord, and then we would get a notification that someone has put their hand up.
So yeah, I invited Stevie now to speak.
So there'll be a slight delay while he gets onto the stream, or onto the invite to speak. So now Stevie's in the stage, so now Stevie should be able to say something.
Yes, now I can.
So if then he starts mouthing off, then we could quite quickly say disable, disconnect, timeout. There's a timeout. I could put Stevie on timeout.
Timeout is on the server general. That's not what you want.
Okay. But
but disconnect is, I think, from the event.
Yes. So, but the idea here being obviously, so whoever's doing the event, so it would be me, a Stevie, a Paul, whoever's doing it, we would be talking together like what we're all three talking just now. Corey's in the audience. He can't interact with us directly, but he could be on the chat saying, I wanted to ask a question. He raises his hand. He gets brought into the stage. There's a little bit of a delay, but he gets brought into the stage, says his question, says what he needs to say, and then he then steps out saying, I'm finished. So it's basically a way of building the community and allowing them to ask questions when they have a question. That's the idea anyway.
There we are.
Cool.
So now Corey's...
I actually have to step away, so...
That's right. Thanks for...
Thank you for your time,
Stevie.
Yep.
Much appreciated.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, no problem. See you guys.
But yeah, so this idea, Corey, it's a stage. People can ask questions. We can bring them in, and then they step out when they're finished.
I'm not so sure that I like the interface of... So I requested to speak, and then I saw the icon, the little hand icon on my listener badge or whatever you want to call it. I saw it turn green, and then when I wasn't like brought on to speak, I unclicked it at the bottom, and then after unclicking it at the bottom, I realized there was a green bar across the top of the window that said, "You've been invited to speak, accept or decline." At which point, neither of those buttons actually worked anymore because I had lowered my hand and opted not to speak.
Gotcha.
Which is, I think it's
something to get used to.
I think it's the getting used to it.
And we could also...
I think it's a good idea of, like, I put my hand up saying, "Hey, I want to speak." It looks like one of you two said, "Yes, you can speak," and then I have to go and say, "Okay, now I am ready to speak," and accept that invitation. So I'm not just automatically thrown onto the stage with my mic hot, even like if I'm not quite ready for it. But
so I mean, maybe if this does have arms and legs, maybe what we need to do is we need to kind of write something up in a document or make a little video of me being the moderator, seeing the incoming request from you, and then having your video recorded as well, so we can see how it works on both sides, so that folks know what to expect. The way Paul and I tested this one morning a few weeks ago. So we created an event thinking it was just going to be me and Paul talking, And as soon as we created the event, there was like 2 or 3 people from the community jumped in straight away. And we were like, okay, we weren't expecting anyone to actually join us right now. But we were then able to kind of trial out the raising of a hand, etc. And off of that, we thought, oh, this could have some arms and legs in terms of making it possible to involve the community. And like I say, rather than having them type messages, which is kind of can be long-winded, backward, forwards, etc., bring them on, they ask their question, and then we answer the best we can, and then we bring the next person on. So that's the idea anyway. And now that I've proven out that I can do the whole audio video, or not the audio video, now that I've proven that I can get the audio from Discord through into OBS as well, that's just mind-boggling to me. But it's pretty cool at the same time. So I'm going to need to go and read up a little bit on what this black hole 16 channel thing actually does. But it seems like it's exactly what I need. So I'm going to...
It's a black hole.
It is. I'm going to star this thing on GitHub so I don't forget about it. And I'm going to need to record or write down what I've done here.
Well, it's on stream.
It is on stream. I can watch it back, indeed. But all sort of audio stuff, it's been a black art, and I've never really dug into how to do it. So you said, Cody, you use Black Hole 2 channel for doing stuff on like day to day, or?
No, I installed it for streaming as well.
Okay.
But I didn't go much further than I got it installed. I got OBS outputting, and then that was about it. I just picked the 2 channel because I was like, I've used on Windows. There is a program called Voice Meter, and it has kind of 3 versions. There's Voice Meter, which is 2 channel. Voice Meter Banana is 5 or 6, I think.
Okay.
And then Voice Meter Potato is like 16.
Okay.
And I had tried Potato, and I'm like, it's way too much for what I needed.
Yeah.
It's like I only really need the 2 channels. Basically one going to my headphones and one going to OBS.
Yeah.
But there is like a lot of power in it that you can specify like a whole bunch of inputs. So you'd have say Discord input and Spotify and Pretzel rocks, and then you can say that like Discord and Spotify go to your headphones, and Pretzel rocks and Discord go to the stream. Okay. That way you're listening to your own music, but the stream is getting copyright-free music, basically.
That's the other mind-boggling part to me in terms of how I do. I've never done audio on my stream, but
right.
I just never have.
There are YouTube playlists, and I believe even playlists for different pieces of software that is called, I believe, streaming music.
Yep.
And you're allowed to stream that out in the wild.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Stream Beats, I think, from Harris Heller is a whole bunch of copyright free. Well, it's not copyright free. It is he's released it for the purpose of streaming, and like the agreement allows you to stream and post it to YouTube and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about DMCA takedowns and whatnot.
But what you're saying there, though, is with this sort of multi-channel thing going on, there could be audio going to the stream, which is playing from that website, but I could be listening to Spotify in my ears because I wanted to listen to my music while other folks are listening to something else on the stream.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's also like game streamers and stuff would do it all the time, where you have the game coming through to the stream, but maybe you don't have Discord coming through to the stream.
Yeah, so you chat on Discord.
Particularly if you're and like in especially in like some of the more heavily player versus player games, they don't want their comms coming through to the stream because then you've got stream sniping and stuff where people just go to your stream so they can find out where you are, and then they can come and steal your stuff.
So it's almost I almost want to do the exact opposite of what a game streamer does, whereas I actually do want to bring the audio from Discord through onto the stream. But it's the same technology, I'm assuming, that's being used for both purposes.
Okay. On Windows, it's like the setup that you want on Windows would just be it's actually the default from OBS. Like it just has that output out already there. I found the 2-channel, the black hole one when I think that I Googled for like Mac Stream Audio OBS or something like that. And that's where I had found it because, but then, I mean, audio is just, it's terrible absolutely everywhere. Like whether it's Windows or Mac or Linux, they all have their own little quirks with audio.
Yeah, nuances.
Yeah.
But in terms of the setup that I've done just now, it won't affect my day-to-day usage because at the minute I've just told Discord to use that multi-output device. I haven't told anything else to use it.
Oh yeah.
So it would only be my Discord at the minute that's going to be using that. My normal Zoom setup is just going to go directly to my headphones, because it knows nothing about that multi-output device thing.
I think in theory you could use that on Zoom as well.
I could, yes, but then I wouldn't necessarily want my Zoom output to go anywhere because that's mainly work-related stuff. But yes, in theory, I could, yes, do the same thing.
It could also help with a Zoom call for a stream, like we did way back.
Yes, correct. Now that I know what's going on here, but the video would still be an issue there. But I think that's where something like OBS Ninja that I want to play with, that's where I would use that
next step
to bring someone into the stream in addition to myself. But then the audio from OBS Ninja might go through this black hole, so it gets brought through into the right place. So I could still hear everything and for it to go onto the stream. So, no, this is pretty cool. I like this. This is exactly what I wanted. No, that's a lie. Where I wanted to get to tonight was having my stream set up correctly as it was in StreamLabs desktop. But we haven't got there tonight. That's fine. But what I have got tonight is the audio setup, thanks to Stevie, that allowed me to both hear what's going on in Discord and for it to go. Oh, I've broken it. That won't work onto the stream anymore. You folks can still hear me, right? But I've switched scene though, so you're currently not going out on the stream anymore because it's only on the main screen, the main scene, that I have the additional audio capture device currently. So I'm going to need to play with that.
If you go into OBS settings under output, I'm trying to think, and oops, this might have been a difference between Windows and Mac as well, and maybe maybe it's under audio. I wanted. Oh yeah, if you go into OBS settings under audio, there's global audio devices, and so you can set it up to have a global audio device, a black hole. And then no matter what scene you're on, it should bring that through.
So my global audio device currently is my Rode Podcaster. That's the only audio device that I have.
Yeah. So for desktop audio, you could add the black hole as another global one, and then and then remove the input from the scene itself, like the.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Or the output capture that's on the scene.
But then potentially I would have to then know to come in and mute it so that I would be able to control when it went through. Although I don't seem to be able to mute that one. Why can't I mute that one? Oh, I see why it is, because I've got the settings window open. So now if I mute this, then you guys, I can still hear you guys, correct? You can say something to me. But you're not going, yeah, you're correct. So your output is currently muted, so you're not going out in the stream, but I can still hear you in my ears, which is exactly what I want. So now you're going back out in the stream, so don't say any naughty words. But yeah, okay. So this is cool. I like this. This has come together nicely. That was a good find. So you were aware of this as well, Corey, but it was Stevie that came on and told me about it.
Yeah.
This is good to know. I put my hands up. I knew nothing about any of this sort of stuff. So I've learned something new today. So this is good. Cool. I like it. So for next week, I need to finish getting all my scenes set up properly, so that they're set up the way they want them to. And I guess we could have some chat. We could have some dialogue in the voice channel if you wanted to. You can bring people on and they can chat if they want to, and I can do what I need to do, and still have the chat in the Twitch chat, but anybody who wants to talk can have a chat as well. I like it. I like it a lot. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because people might say naughty words, but there's an element of.
If that's the case, if I can demote them. That's fine. So I can move Korbov to audience.
Well, so my question about the event is if one of you two was not a speaker, are you still able to control like from the audience, are you able to control either server mute?
Oh, I see.
Server mute me or
yeah,
demote me?
I can still mute you or move you back to audience.
Cool.
But and I can hear you. So I can if I am in the audience, I can move myself back in the audience. I can still hear you talking, and I can still move you back to the audience if you're saying a dirty word.
Gotcha.
Right. So I'm thinking for the like what Gary was talking about before of being having like a community call where if someone's talking, like we can have a bunch of people in the moderator.
Yes.
Or not moderator, like yes. Or yeah, to moderate it. Like they're in the audience, so they're not busy talking, but they can have Discord open and be there to quickly mute someone or something.
Yeah.
I think they need to be in the event.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can be in the audience, and what I will do, I will move myself back to the audience, and I will move you to the audience once you start talking, if that's okay. Just as a test.
Good test. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so I'll be talking, and then.
Oh, you see, he cut you off. That's so mean. I love it though. So you didn't kick him out, which is fine. So you maybe want to bring him back. He's put up a hand.
Yeah, I invited him again. He needs to click on the link again. Yeah. I think.
There we go.
There you are.
There we go.
So you weren't kicked out of the event, Corey, but you were brought off the stage so that then
you wouldn't
talk anymore. So I think that's the way to do it.
Like the proverbial hook was used to pull me off the stage.
Indeed. So yeah, as long as we're being diligent about what people are saying and they're not going off on a tangent or saying things that they shouldn't. Not that I'm saying that anyone's going to do that, but we have the capabilities within the event stage to control that, to make sure it's not going off in a direction we don't want it to go.
Right.
No, I like it. I think this has got legs. So, yeah, I think that's a good natural stopping point. I think for the end of the stream tonight, which is weird because we're on Discord basically, but we're still going out on Twitch as well. So yeah, but yeah, any questions or anybody got anything they want to say before we close out the stream tonight? Which is bizarre as well because I've never been able to do that either. So.
Is this where we say the naughty words?
No, this is definitely
just you're like nope and the call.
I can move you to audience real quick. I've got my mouse triggered.
But no, I think this has got some legs. So as a recap in terms of what we've done tonight, didn't get where I wanted to get tonight in terms of having all my setup from Streamlabs desktop into OBS, which is what I'm going to use going forward. But I have been able to get some of the setup, including the Twitch chat on the stream. I'm here in the little window. But the main thing that we looked at was getting the audio from Discord over in OBS for piping out to Twitch. And thanks to Stevie and Corey, we've been able to do that because I know nothing about audio. I think Maurice knows a little bit more than I do, but there was some magic sauce, which was the missing black hole 16 channel installation that we needed to put in place to make it work the way we wanted it to. I feel a YouTube video coming up to record some of this so that other folks know how to do it.
That would be great.
I might have to add that.
So that the next time you have to do it, you could find it.
Exactly.
You can watch your own video.
I can Google myself and say, how do I do that again? It's been a while now. It's been at least 6 months. I've forgotten how I did it. I can watch a wee video back about how I did it. I think I'm going to do exactly that.
I mean, that's what Scott Hanselman says. The purpose of his blog is he's absolutely. Like, maybe it helps someone, but it doesn't really matter because I can Google myself in a few years. And
because I've always had the idea that I'm going to do exactly what Scott does, but I'm also lazy and I never do it. So, sorry, we've had someone send a message. Hi, Andrew, in the chat room. Andrew Nez, welcome. We're just wrapping up here, but welcome to the stream. We've just been playing with getting audio manipulation from Discord into the Twitch stream. So the folks that you're hearing is it's not just me. There's a couple of folks in the Discord server that we've got that are also talking as well. But yeah,
where we just stop talking and then
yeah, exactly. It's like I'm
it could be all. It's not just me.
But yeah, so the whole concept of blogging is I'd love to be able to do it more. Or I don't have the time to do it, but I need to get better at it. And like you, Corey, get your blog set up to a point where you can do it. I think that makes sense because at least once you've got it set up, you can then do the blogs that you want to do. So
yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to say that that's it for the evening. Appreciate you all hanging out tonight. I haven't got my stream ending, outro, or anything. It's just going to stop abruptly. But it'll all hopefully be set up for next week, back to the way it was, with the addition that we can do what we're doing here. We've got other folks joining the chat via Discord. Outsourcing the content to Discord, like it's not so much about outsourcing. It's more, the company that I work for, Chocolatey, we've got an idea where we want to be able to have community calls, and we're going to use Discord as the platform for having the community call. But we also want to be able to record and send that to Twitch, so that we're having the ability to both stream the audio or stream the video to Twitch to show what we're trying to show, but also get community involvement by bringing them onto the Discord server to ask questions or any concerns that they have, and be able to speak to them rather than typing out to them. So right now I'm trying to have a conversation with you and you're typing, but the idea would be that you'd be able to come onto the Twitch server, ask your question if you had something, I'd be able to respond to you in real time, rather than the natural delay that happens between me talking and you typing. So I think it's got some legs, I think, in terms of being a good avenue for doing all of that. So that's all I've got for tonight. Thank you all for hanging out. Stevie, you're not listening anymore, but I'll say thank you to you later. Corey, thank you very much. You've just dropped down to the audience, so that's good. And Maurice,
sorry, that was me.
That's all right. And Maurice, thank you for hanging out tonight, and thank you for all your help. I do appreciate it. If I know you mentioned that you want to have a chat on Wednesday, perhaps about some other ideas for the Discord server. Happy to do that as well. So that would be good. So, right, I'm going to drop off from the Twitch, and I will speak to you all later. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.